This week's news from the tubes on F5 Live Refreshing Technology is proudly powered by Malwarebytes. Whether you use a PC, a Mac, or a mobile device, Malwarebytes Premium is the company's strongest protection ever. It fights threats that traditional antivirus software can't stop, plus it actively blocks threats like worms, rogues, dialers, trojans, spyware, and a whole lot more. It allows you to use your computer and mobile devices with confidence and peace of mind. To learn more and to get a special price, you can go to f5live.tv/malwarebytes. For a number of years, there have been accusations against Amazon, public, private, government, shoppers, sellers, about the way the company does business. Sellers have complained about fees. Sellers have complained about products being duplicated and then sold by Amazon for cheaper than the original. It was pretty clear that this was going to come to a head eventually, and this week seems to be that eventually. The Federal Trade Commission and the Attorneys General for 17 U.S. states have joined to file suit against Amazon for anti-competitive and monopolistic practices. In particular, the complaints come from the way the company shows products, the way they deal with paid results versus organic results is one of the top concerns. That ads aren't necessarily in the same category as what was searched for, things like that. Also, that the company prioritizes its own products over maybe something that's more relevant or in a category you've purchased before or something like that, which is a similar complaint that we've seen the FTC go after Google for showing YouTube results higher in video search for Google search results than, say, Vimeo, even if the Vimeo video is more relevant. And the FTC is going after them for the same thing. Also, the fees that are being charged, you have to pay whatever to have access to Prime shipping, and there's seller fees all in. There are some sellers that pay more than 50% of their revenue back to Amazon. And so the FTC says that the reason why all of this is happening and all of it is possible is because of Amazon's market position. So it's definitely a big claim. I feel like it's similar to the claims against Google and the claims against Microsoft in the 90s. Microsoft didn't really go anywhere of value. Certainly not what they were hoping, to split the company up. Google is still in progress. I don't know what to expect here. Amazon has said what to expect here. They said expect higher prices, increased price of Prime, and slower shipping if the FTC wins. But I don't entirely know what they're going for. I don't know what the FTC's goal necessarily is here, right? Are they wanting to set Amazon's prices? Are they wanting oversight into it? Do they just want Amazon to pay a fine and then we move on? I don't know what the end goal of this is, Abram.
I don't know, but I mean, it is a circumstance where, I mean, who's really competing with Amazon? It's very hard to compete with Amazon.
Yeah.
Uh, and so they're if they're doing things behind the scenes that's like overcharging, um, overcharging their third party merchants or things like that, um, then it's then they need to be held accountable because
Mm-hmm.
Like we don't have a lot of competition.
Sure.
What's happened, and I'm so guilty of using Amazon for stuff when I probably could use somebody else. And the reason is because I have a Prime subscription,
Mm-hmm.
and so I order things from Amazon and they arrive and I don't have to think about paying for shipping.
Right.
So if I have a choice to buy something from Amazon, um, or buy it from somewhere else and they're about the same price, or Amazon's just a little tiny bit more, and I have Prime shipping, then I'm going to buy it from Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
So, so that's you know that's the problem. It's not
Yeah.
like it's not now there are products that Amazon doesn't reliably sell,
Mm-hmm.
um, but if it's anything that they do reliably sell, I will get it through Amazon.
Yeah. And I made a joke earlier when we were talking about Panos going over to Amazon. Uh, you know, I won't say who it is, but anybody who knows the group can probably guess. We have a team member who has a lot of stuff show up to their house from Amazon almost daily, where it's become like the go-to. Um, and if that's the way you want to go, it fine. I mean, I today, just today, 4 or 5 boxes showed up from Amazon. I also use it, but I also, bought RAM for my mom's computer and I got it from Newegg.
I mean, if I needed it were competitively priced or cheaper than maybe I get from Europe. But the thing is, with Amazon, it usually comes like within a day or two,
Mm-hmm.
and so it's like, oh, I could go to the store, I could wait for this to come for a few days, or I could order it. It'll be there tomorrow at my front door. Like the convenience of the shipping
Right.
is
And
what really keeps me. And then you paid for it, right? You paid for Prime, so it's like I better
right,
use that.
right. And so when you think about that, the sellers are paying to have access to that logistics. I mean, I get it. I get that you would have to pay for access to that logistics system. I don't
Yeah.
know what they pay. I'm not an Amazon seller, although there's a possibility I will be soon. Um, so I'll have some firsthand knowledge. But right now I'm not. I've never done any Amazon selling. Obviously, we are affiliates, and you'll hear their name, with a
Yeah.
blue background here in a couple minutes. But um, yeah, I don't know what they're charging, and it would be hard for me to say whether or not it's too much. But the thing is, people are still there. It's not like everybody's going, I'm going to go over to Walmart Plus, which is still an option. Walmart Plus is a pretty, conceptually, a pretty severe competitor. It's less expensive. You get discounts on gas. You get, uh, if the product is physically in a local store, they will Uber Eats it to your door. There's a pretty big competitive thing there. And if the sellers said, I don't think we're going to sell this over here anymore, eventually consumers would have to head that direction. The reason why people, including us, you and I, talking about it right now, the reason we use it is everything's there and it's convenient.
Yep.
You'd
Yep.
you'd
I mean, they've
almost
done a
have to
great job.
have you'd almost have to have a strike of sellers against Amazon, um, to make the convenience of it change. So there
Yeah.
we go.
Yeah.
There's your monopolistic power.
Right. I mean, well, the thing is, right? They now nobody's stopping you from buying stuff from Walmart.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody's stopping you from buying stuff from other stores. But it's difficult. The convenience is hard to beat.
Yeah, for sure. And
So
yes, we're gonna in just a minute the Amazon name's going to come up with a blue background. But I I took advantage of the Walmart Plus half price thing a couple months ago, whenever that was. Maybe it was right around Prime Day. I don't remember. In fact, I think it was. 49 bucks, and basically it's the same thing, and it came with Paramount Plus because they had to compete with Prime Video somewhere. Um,
Ah,
uh, I that alone was a great deal, right? It's
yeah,
especially at the half price. I basically paid for a year of Paramount Plus, and I get free shipping from Walmart for free. And I know it comes Uber Eats, so I know the timetable on it. Because I'm not gonna say that we have delivered from Walmart through Uber Eats as part of a research program. But yeah, there it would be a truly competitive system if the sellers were there. But the sellers stay with Amazon, possibly because of their monopolistic power, possibly
yeah,
just because they do, because it's convenient, because maybe they don't know about Walmart Plus, or maybe, the blue background is helping.
yeah. Maybe.
So it's all very interesting. I don't know what the suit's goal is. I don't know if they're trying to, you know, with Microsoft it was breaking up the company. With Google it's business practice change. I don't know what they're hoping for with Amazon. With Google it's business practice change and a fine that they're after. It might be the same thing with Amazon. It might be more like Microsoft. Who knows
I
what?
don't think you're going to see. I don't think that the American government, no matter who's in charge, has uh, you know, the will to try to break up companies like we did with AT&T.
Hmm.
I just don't think. I don't see it happening to any company anytime
Yeah,
soon.
yeah. I'm pretty well with you, but that doesn't mean that that's not like one of the stated goals, right? With that gives them something to trade off. I don't know, because from what I could tell in the complaint, they talked about the problem but not exactly the solution. So we'll have to see
Right.
what happens with this suit and where it heads, to figure out exactly what they're looking for. With Google, we didn't find out basically until they got into the court system what the FTC was looking for. So we'll keep an eye on it and see where this is headed. My guess is it's probably business practice change and a penalty that they're looking for. That's what they did with Apple and the ebooks. It's what they're doing with Google. So I suspect that that's what they're looking for here. Hello, YouTube. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this episode of F5 Live Refreshing Technology. If you did, please subscribe to the channel down below, and of course hit the notification bell, because we know that subscriptions don't mean much on YouTube anymore. If you've got topics that you'd like us to talk about in the future, please comment them down below. And if you'd like to not follow us on YouTube, there's lots of ways that you can follow along with our content by going to plughitslive.com/subscribe. There you'll see all of our shows and all of the ways that you can watch, listen, and follow along.